What's going on, everybody? I just got to make this real quick because I got to run to an event. But man, Kavanaugh's testimony was mind blowing. It was it was a special testimony, and I think that every American that saw that testimony probably teared up at some point. I think it was inevitable. How could you hold back your tears listening to a man who was so genuine, who was so genuine and so passionate? Let me wipe this off. That was so genuine and so passionate about what he believed. I felt like after watching her testimony, Blasey Ford's testimony, and his testimony, that Kavanaugh was genuine. Kavanaugh told the truth. Kavanaugh was honest. He had evidence. He had corroborating statements that made him presented as he was. You know, like I said, the other lady didn't write her speech. She has huge gaps in her stories that don't make no sense. It doesn't make any sense. There's no way you get raped and you are traumatized for the rest of your life and you don't even remember how you got home. And you were 15 years old. You didn't drive. Somebody picked you up. There wasn't no Uber ride. And if you walked home after that, that's a dreadful walk. But Kavanaugh, I teared up. I literally had to do this. When he was talking about his father, when he was talking about his friends, when he's talking about his family, his daughter that prayed, those were genuine, honest statements from a man that didn't do this. There was no corroborating evidence. That lady came to the court and didn't corroborate nothing. She said he did it. Everybody she said was there said he wasn't there. Judge Kavanaugh should be confirmed. Hands down, no questions asked. Judge Kavanaugh is a man of courage. Judge Kavanaugh is a man that should be respected. Women from his whole life, high school, college, his professional life, his years as being a judge, all of them, sing praises to this man. One woman, 37 years, one allegation against him. How could you, man, I'm telling y'all now, I couldn't make it that far. I had a bad attitude in high school. I got suspended. I got kicked out of high school. They brought me back. I used to have gold teeth in my mouth. Man, I was a little knucklehead. I had sex in high school, sex in college. I was crazy. People probably thought I was crazy. The Lord had to save me for me to change. I always had a good heart, but for me to change, the Lord had to save me. With that precedent set, then that means good quality men and women can never serve. Because no matter who you were, you could never change. Listen, ladies and gentlemen, we're talking about high school. We're not talking about college. We're not talking about his professional career. We're talking about high school. We're talking about high school. A time in which this was a kid. The man can develop and become who we need him to be on the court after he's 17 years old. Judge Kavanaugh need to get the vote. This lady was lying. I don't know what happened to her. I don't know if something happened to her or didn't. I wasn't there. All I know is her story don't make no sense. You all of a sudden you at a party that you didn't drive on your own because you're 15. I'm not going to talk about her. We already know that she's full of crap. Intentionally or not intentionally, her stuff don't make any sense. And these Democrats, I need to know who leaked her information. That should be the only thing we talk about. Who did it? Was it you? Was it you? Was it you? Who betrayed her trust? They dirty dogs. Kavanaugh is a good man. Good family man. He had credentials to prove it. He had a timeline that proves his story. That is a good man. And I'll tell you this, and I'll move on. He should be confirmed tomorrow, and we should eliminate the precedent. that if a good man goes into office, that somebody can frivolously say that he committed a sex crime with no evidence, and people believe her. That statement she made shouldn't have even became public because she have no evidence. They keep saying that it was credible. She came to the court with a statement that wasn't credible. When 4 people that you said were there denied being there, these people don't even really know each other. Your statement isn't credible. I gotta hang my jacket up. Your statement isn't credible. And I think that people, we need to recognize that and not give credence to people who make up stories. Nobody raped that girl. At least she don't have no evidence of it. I don't know what happened to her. She could say that I don't know. She could say that an alien came down and had sex with her. She ain't got no evidence of nothing. And as a former investigator, y'all give me, hold on a second. As a former investigator, I know for a fact that what she said don't pass the smell test. All right? What she did don't pass the smell test. If you can't even remember, I don't care if you don't remember the date. I don't care if you don't remember the exact location. If you can't even remember getting home when that could have been the most crucial time of the night, you must be lying. Or somebody fed you that information to talk. I'm done. I got to go to an event. I'm gonna live stream the event right after this. So it's gonna be the Kanye effect. Do all black people think alike? That's the name of the event. It's gonna be at Grand Canyon University. I'm going there now. I'll have it live streamed. So if you're watching right now, give it about an hour. At 7, in about an hour, we're gonna start. Me and Kevin Jackson are gonna have a conversation at a university about police brutality, about white privilege, and about the monolithic idea that people have related to African American people, or that the fact they think we're monoliths. So we're gonna have that. Thank you for the super chat, but just stay tuned. I'm gonna live stream the whole thing. We're gonna talk about all of these things at Grand Canyon University here in Phoenix, Arizona. So I appreciate y'all coming on here. Share this video if you like what I said. If you agree, do that. Make sure you stay tuned. Come back. I want to see over 1,000 people watching that. It's going to be live. We're going to have a debate, discussion. We're going to have question and answer. And I'll say it before we start the stream, is I want people on here to ask questions. Obviously, people who super chat on here, you can super chat $1 if it really makes a difference to you. The people who super chat, the moderator is going to be able to see your questions. Everybody else is going to be hard to filter through. So you could ask a question. By all means, ask the question anyway. We may be able to get to it. I'll try to answer the top questions from this stream in the open session. Anyway, I'm out of here. I got to go. I love y'all. I'll see y'all on the next one.